Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, follow me on Instagram at LollyForever, follow me on TikTok at LollyForever1, and follow my dog's Instagram, BabySammy4Life. For today's video, I'm going to be doing 10 things of the best advice that I learned from dance teachers and voice teachers. So the very first thing is something that I learned from Abby, and what that advice was. She was talking to someone else because they were saying how it's late for them, like it's a late night for them, and she told them, and I remember this, and I love this advice so much. It helped me out so much. She told them to think of late nights like practice for tour. Because when you go on tour, or you have late nights. And so the late nights of dance class are just practice for when you're on tour. And so that was really helpful for me because at the time I was having a late night at least once a week. And I love late nights because that means a lot of dance. And I was getting enough sleep. But even then, late nights can definitely be challenging because they can be tiring. But yeah, they're not bad, they're amazing, and I love them, and they're just late nights of dance, which means a lot of dancing, but because it's called a late night, because it goes until late at night, not super late at night, but they can go what I consider late night, which is anything after 7:30. And so, yeah. And they can just be kind of challenging because they can be tiring. And once I started thinking of late nights, like practice for tour, it was amazing, and it really made those late nights easier. The next piece of advice, this is, I'm going to use how Guy Group explained it, but this I have heard from multiple dance teachers, which is to keep going. If you forget the dance, if you forget a part of the dance, keep dancing and just think of something on the spot, and that's like a dance move, and just do it and just keep dancing, because a lot of the time when we make mistakes, a lot of the time when we forget that, when we forget a part of the dance or something, people don't realize until our face shows it, or until we stop, and we just stop dancing and freeze. That's kind of how it is that, late nights can be challenging. Well, that's how it is, though, is that a lot of the times, people don't realize we forgot the dance, or we messed up in the dance, until we show that we messed up by stopping and freezing and not moving and stuff. So yeah. And the next piece of advice that I learned. This is something that I learned, and I love this advice, which is to pick the best dancer, and what that means. And so I have been given this advice in two different ways. And the first way is pick someone in dance class that is slightly better than you at something, and watch them in class, because watching them in class is, you're going to see, oh, this person's slightly better than me, and it's going to make you work even harder, so next time you can come in and you can be the one that's better than them. And that's the first way I was given the advice. And the second way that I was given the advice is the same exact thing, but choosing the best dancer in the class, who you think is the best dancer in the class, and same thing. So so the next piece of advice that I would give, and I'm trying to think here of what really have been, like, the best advice that, like, overstretching. That one, Abby gave the advice, and I love this advice, because at the time I was working on splits. I was working on my right side and my left side splits, and she gave the advice of overstretching, and what that means is instead of trying to work on my right side or my left side splits, it's instead, and she told me to work on my oversplits, my right side oversplit and my left side oversplit, which is the same thing as a split, but one leg is off the ground. And she said, she explained why, and what the reason why is when I'm working on something like that, I'm actually working on something, and that's a little more challenging than just a normal split. And I'm getting closer to getting both things faster. It's like a way to, like, I work for something that's a little more challenging. It's a way to work towards getting both my split and my oversplit, without also saving time in the process, because if I were to work on my split and then my oversplit, it would take a while to get my split, and then it would take a while to get my oversplit. But with when I'm working towards my oversplit, I'm getting closer to getting my oversplit and my split at the same time. So that was some advice that, like, I love that Abby gave me. And I'm thinking of, like, advice that, like dance teachers and voice teachers have given me. And so far, everything's related to dance, and that might be how the video is. But another piece of advice, I'm thinking here. And here, I'm trying to say, and this was some advice I was given in voice lesson by Terry Larson. We were doing a voice exercise where we had, like, she would give us, like, an emotion. And so it was me and one other person doing this voice lesson. And she would give us, like, an emotion. And we had to sing part of a song on with that emotion, like, using that emotion, and some advice that she gave us was to think of a memory or a time of something that made us feel that emotion, and then think of that while we're singing the part of the song, because then we're gonna then we're really going to show that emotion, and that advice works for singing and dancing. And because that's just some advice that, like, it was advice that I was really helpful and I like, but was advice that I already, was doing. But it's still great advice. And it was really fun. It was really fun, and it was really fun because I finally got the one emotion I had been wanting, and because we had did that exercise like once or twice before, and she would choose an emotion at random for us, and every single time I would always want sad, because I never sang a song like sad before, and I feel like it would be a good challenge for me to, like, try to do, is sing a song that's sad. Sing it like I'm sad. But also, it just seemed like a fun one, and that's a little more challenging for me to try. And I finally got it, and I did really well with it, so that was a really fun voice lesson. I'm trying to think of, like, a few more pieces of advice, but I'm trying to really think of in my opinion, what had been the best advice that I was given by a voice teacher, dance teacher, or one of those two categories of teachers. I'm really trying to think. Oh wait, and Abby gave some advice. She gave some advice on something that I kind of already was doing this advice, but it's still really good advice, which is when we're improving, don't improv to the music. Improv with what we're good at. And what that means is she said that there's so many times when she sees dancers that are improving, and they're improving and doing moves and stuff that work with the music and not improving to what they're good at. And for those who don't know what improv dance is basically what it means is it's not a style of dance. It's anything that we can think of on the spot. Any form of dance moves that we're good at, and that it's our chance to do any form of dance move we want. But it's thinking on the spot and just on the spot creating the dance and stuff. And she told us to improv to what we're good at, meaning do the moves, do the dance moves and things that we're good at, and not what we think goes good with the music. Because we're going to do a lot better if we do what we're good at and not what goes with the music. And it's fine if it goes with the music. It's completely fine if it goes with the music, but but we should improv to what we're good at. I'm trying to think of any more, but I'm gonna do 2 or 3 more. And then I'm gonna end the video. I'm trying to really think. And I'm thinking, okay, I didn't really plan this out, so I'm trying to come up with things. I'm trying to think back on advice that, I learned in class. There is. Okay, I'm gonna end this video here because I might make a part 2 when I come up with more ideas of things, advice that I was given, and that advice that I was given, and from a voice teacher or a dance teacher, and yeah, peace out.